Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. It's been a hot minute since I've done a YouTube video and I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to disappear, it just happened. But now I'm back and fully focused on my decluttering and deep cleaning series because my house is screaming. I know I should have continued with the kitchen, but this area here in the living room, as you can see, is a priority at the moment because it's taken over the rest of the house. Now, I've always had problems with the shoes and the jackets, and I've been meaning to sort them out and organize them. But now that the kids are back to school and we had to buy them new shoes and new trainers, and they had new summer shoes, and I don't know, it was just way too many shoes. I had absolutely no where to keep them, no way to organize them and store them. And for the last month and a half probably they have just been scattered around the living room floor. It's gone to a stage where I can't even tidy up because the wardrobe is so packed. I can't put the school bags away and our gym bags away, so everything was just shoved in that corner where my vibro plate is, and it had gone to a stage where I couldn't even properly clean and tidy the living room because there were always shoes lined up and bags and just a lot of stuff. And I know I have a lot of everything. I'm one of those people that is like the ultimate dragon. If there are things that I can collect and keep in a big pile and gather more and more, my ultimate treasures, that's me. So I have a lot of everything in every category. But I'm ready to change that. I had decided that 2025 would be the year where I try and get rid of as much things as possible. My first plan was to try and declutter 15 minutes every day, and that completely failed because I have ADHD, and unless I'm focused on something, that 15 minutes here and there, it just didn't work. I would do it for a day or two and then I would completely forget about it as if it never happened. Then I really wanted to add 1 hour of deep cleaning and decluttering during the 75 days challenge that I did just before the summer holidays, and that obviously failed because that challenge was absolutely exhausting and so time consuming, and I felt really just stretched super thin, and decluttering and deep cleaning had to go. But now I am fully focused on trying to get as much of this done as possible by the end of December. When I first started the deep cleaning and decluttering series, I really wanted to go in order and do all the rooms properly and show you how all the, I don't know, professionals, I guess they are. They're not teachers, they're whatever they classify themselves as, but all the professionals advise you to start. That's why I started with the kitchen, taking out everything out of the fridge. I will link all of these videos in one big playlist so that you can catch up if you are interested. But yes, I really wanted to do that. However, it's not always realistic. This is real life, and real life, it's not a textbook. It doesn't work that way. So my advice would be, instead of trying to prioritize certain ways, certain criteria, certain whatever advice people give you, the best thing to do is look at your own surrounding, look at your own environment, and decide which rooms affect you the most. For me at the moment, it was the living room because this is the first thing you see when I open the front door. And it was getting to a stage where it was impossible to even walk inside. My sister would come over and say, well, if it's 5 people living in the house, why do you have 100 pairs of shoes lined up under the stairs? Well, because I have nowhere else to put them. Why do I not have anywhere else to put them? Because the rest of the place is jam-packed with things that we don't wear every day. So for me, this was a priority. I will be jumping between rooms and alternating the decluttering and the deep cleaning depending on how much time I have, depending on what needs to be prioritized. So this is where my point is. If your kitchen is so bad where it's unhygienic, it's impossible for you to cook, you don't have clean pots and pans, you don't have clean dishes, your oven is in serious danger of catching fire because you have so much burnt food in there, by all means, start in the kitchen. If your fridge is full of expired stuff that you can't even see the ingredients, by all means do that. If you're like me and your entryway is blocked up with shoes, definitely start with the shoes. Your kitchen, if it's in a usable condition, can wait a day or two. If your bathrooms are so cluttered with things that you can't even use your products, or you can't clean your bathrooms and they're just collecting mold, bacteria and soaps scum, definitely prioritize the bathroom. If you are like me and you work from home and your office is so cluttered that you can't even do your work, you can't sit at your desk, you can't find your documents, prioritize your office. If your bedroom is so cluttered that you can't even fall asleep at night, or your kids have all of their toys in their bedrooms and you can't even walk to their bed safely and it becomes a tripping hazard, then prioritize your bedrooms. I hope you get the point. Prioritize the things that at the moment are causing you the most distress. And again, if you're like me and your whole house has fallen in a bit of disarray and needs some serious attention, then start by decluttering, start by getting rid of things, because it's impossible to clean when you have clutter around. It's impossible to clean when you can't put the things away. So in order to do that, try and free up your space, and the cleaning can wait until you're done. So that's why I'll be alternating between rooms. I'll be taking clutter and trash out of one room and then cleaning another, depending again on what needs prioritizing, and then I can more easily focus on organizing and deep cleaning, like in this particular area that I'm cleaning right now, because I've reorganized that wardrobe. Ideally, I would have had to pull it all out, clean behind it, clean the window, the blinds, everything, give it a deep clean. But pulling the wardrobe out can definitely wait, because I have other rooms that are just as bad as this area was, and I don't want to delay them anymore. And my biggest mistake that I've learned from all of my failed decluttering experiments is to actually get rid of the things on the same day. Like, put them in the bin, put them in your boot, take them to, but don't put them in your boot if they're just gonna stay in your car and you're gonna drive them around for a while. No, just take them wherever they're supposed to go on the day, to the charity shop, to whatever organization you're using to donate or to recycle, whatever you're doing. Just make sure that you get them out of the house, because that big bag that I had started with at the beginning of the video was full of clothes. As you saw the video, I got rid of pretty much 95% of all of them. I only kept a few t-shirts and a couple of jackets from the boys when they were little that I want to keep. But everything else I got rid of in that bag. I just wanted to double check what it is. Basically, I was collecting it every time the kids would put something on and it doesn't fit them. I will put it, separate it, put it in a bag, put it somewhere, knowing that it has to go, but never actually took it anywhere. I just kept it in the house, and then eventually I had gathered everything in that big bag, and that big bag had stayed in the living room for a few weeks now, and it was time for it to go. So my lesson is, if you're moving clutter from one place to another and you're putting it in a bag but not taking it out of the house, not putting it in the bin, not sorting it to its final destination, you're not achieving anything. So just get rid of it. And this is what helped me in today's video. I had booked our recycling center. They collect clothes. Then they distribute them between different charities. So I had booked it for today, and I knew I had to get all of this done and have at least a few decent bags, because I can't just turn up there. It's waste of time if I don't have anything in my car. And my friend actually asked me, oh, you're doing it on the same day. Why didn't you give yourself at least a few days to try and get some decluttering done? And I told her I have ADHD. I am that person that's going to do a last minute regarding of how much time I give myself. So I might as well put myself under pressure and get it done. I've booked another visit for tomorrow, which means tomorrow after we go to the gym, Nick and I are going to come home and try and collect more clothes. We continue with clothes because that's probably the biggest problem I have at home, and do another trip and try and, I don't know, fill up another boot with clothes. And in terms of the decluttering, I am having Nick help me, one, to keep me accountable, and two, because he's a lot more cutthroat than me. He finds it a lot easier to get rid of things. I'm a bit more sentimental, and I tend to hold on to things. I've looked into different reasons for that, and in the coming videos I'll be able to explain why a lot of people tend to hold on to things. I will continue going through different books and sharing with you all the information that I come across. I've actually started reading Sync Reflections again, trying to get the Fly Lady system back in my head. I didn't do very well the last time I tried it. As you can see, my whole house is a disaster. I'm not hiding it. Everything has fallen out of order. But hopefully over the next few weeks I'll get it sorted out. There will be another video tomorrow, and I will talk to you more about where I've been over the summer, what's happened after the 75-day challenge. This video is pretty short, and there is only so much information I can give you during 11 minutes and 40 seconds. So I will ramble more in tomorrow's video. But my mission for today, to get rid of all the shoes from the floor and free up space in the wardrobe for the kids' school bags, is complete. I had a full boot full of bags and I managed to get rid of every single one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.